Yo, what is up, my people? So today I just thought I'd do something different, a bit of a daily market review, see how I see the market moves, and just it should really help people's understanding. And you'll actually see the market does the same things over and over again. So let's just get into yesterday's to keep it simple. Well, if I look at structure, again, any time frame, it doesn't matter. I'll go on the 1 minute time frame so we get lots of examples. We are doing this. So we are in a clear uptrend. So whether we buying or selling, of course I'm buying. You can see we have a zone here, this swing point, and you can see we have a zone here. If there's two zones right next to each other, which zone do I use? I use the bottom zone. This zone hasn't been mitigated, it's still unmitigated. To me, this is liquidity, so I am going to place my liquidity there, expecting price to sweep this, continue higher, and for this to be a fake change of character. Nice. Look at that. So we haven't quite cleared this high. Okay, there we have now. So we swept that liquidity and we created a new high. Perfect. Making that a break of structure to the upside. So now what do we have? Well, this is our break of structure to the upside. This is now our swing low. But if I look at this area here, we don't really have any areas to mitigate in order to move higher. We have this low to high here, high to low. We tapped, mitigated it. We have this area of demand. We broke, we've mitigated it. So I'm not really expecting price to bounce anywhere here, but let's see. As we can see, we do get a change of character to the downside. So what does that mean? We've gone from an uptrend into a downtrend, and we now put in this bearish zone here. So we've gone from high highs to a lower low. I can expect a lower high, lower low. Purely all I'm doing is following market structure. Let's see. Beautiful. Look how we did that. We tagged in that lower high and we put in a new lower low. So breaking structure to the downside. Now what can I expect? I can expect price to respect this bearish zone here. I can see we generated some liquidity within it. Again, now here I wouldn't say start looking for buys, because can we see this tap? It still left a lot of this zone unmitigated. So this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're buying above this tap, not knowing we have an SNDR here, we have an origin zone here, right? This is just liquidity being built below our supply levels. We'll play that out. I'm expecting a sweep and then dump lower. There's a sweep, so we need this dump lower now. Let's see. Of course, you wait for confirmation in our zones, but this is just pure structure I'm looking at today. Nice. Look at that. Played out perfectly. We just retraced into this zone. We came close to this protected high, but we never took it out. So market structure still prevailed. And then guess what? We put in a new low here. Alright, zoom out and just see what structure is doing, and you know if you should be buying or selling. It's worked 4 times out of 4. So even if you're wrong now, you've still made money 4 times before you lost money once. So what am I expecting now? Same thing, retracement, lower low. Big zone here. We haven't mitigated this yet. So play it out. Okay, I can see we'll start getting a bit of bullish momentum. Where is this bullish momentum coming from? Is it just a pullback? Is it a change? Let's see. Well, on the higher time frame, you can see we were in an uptrend. We broke structure here. Okay, what is the area responsible for breaking the structure? Origin here. And this isn't hindsight. I was calling this all out on my live stream yesterday. This origin here we just tapped into, so a possible reversal back up with the higher time frame. So if you're using the 1 minute time frame, you'll use the 5 minute and the 15 as your higher time frame basis. So now I know, okay, we fulfilled the 1 minute pullback into this 15-minute POI, where we can now potentially continue up with the trend. So I'll go back to the 1 minute. And we'll look for possible zones. I'll keep this zone in here because this zone is unmitigated. So when price comes and returns into the zone, I am expecting some sort of rejection down, but for now I will be happy to take longs based on this higher time frame target in this higher time frame supply, because we've just tapped into a higher time frame demand in an uptrend. Same thing, structure is always our friend. So let's look to see if we can find some zones on the 1 minute. Okay, we have this zone here. This is a valid pullback. So this is a 1 minute demand. This is an area of liquidity. This is the first tap into the zone. Now, see how it looks like on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, you can see we put in a low, a high. So if I'm in an uptrend, I'm expecting a higher low, higher high. So my purpose right now is trying to catch this higher low. Where am I expecting this higher low to be put in my 1 minute of demand, right? I know price has to come back to this demand. This is where I'm expecting my higher low to be put in, and eventually come back and take out this higher high, because I am a bullish bias based on the 15-minute time frame. So let's see if we get that sweep and rip. We get that sweep, we get that rip. This is the trade I called out on live. I took this trade, I bought here, stop loss here. My target was simply here. It wasn't all the way up here, but you can see how beautiful. I just don't want people saying it's hindsight, because that is the trade I called yesterday. Now we do this, and we put in a new bullish zone here. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting price to return into this and continue with this bullish momentum. Where exactly? S&D, and we have a nice origin here. I'd rather price come return it. If you don't know about S&D and origins, you need to, and I've made a full YouTube video on it. So this is my break structure. So I'll be looking for price to come return into here and continue higher after sweeping this tap here. There we go. Nice. Okay, this is interesting. So we tried to push higher from this demand. We mitigated it. But what do we notice? The high we put in is actually lower than this high here. Okay, and we've got an internal change of character. Can you see structure rise? We failed to put in a new high. We've got an internal change of character. This now to me looks like a weak low. If we have a low in an uptrend, that fails to make a new high. If we put a high in a downtrend, that fails to make a new low. These are all weak structure. Again, I've made a complete YouTube video on this. You can learn my entire strategy just based on my YouTube videos if you actually just took the time and watched it properly. But we'll just focus on this for now. So we can see this low failed to put in a new high, internal change of character. Where would my draw on liquidity be? Where would I expect price to head? I'd expect price to take out all these lows here. Where from? Well, this is now our bearish zone. If we look at lower time frame structure, that's where we've got the change of character. Same thing, so lower low, higher low, lower high, sorry, into this lower low, take out this liquidity, and then we can potentially bounce. I'm not too convinced on this potential bounce, but as long as we stay above here, we are still in an uptrend. So I'd expect this to get swept and then potentially reverse, or if we sweep this, probably sweep this as well. Let's check. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We come back, sweep the tap, and dump. Beautiful price action there. Where do we take out? We take out our protected, not our protected low, our weak low. So I'll get rid of this. Alright, that's our liquidity being swept there because we knew that was a weak low. So let's see if we get some sort of reaction. I need a positive one though. Okay, well we've done low, high. If this high fails to put in a new low and we run this here, especially now that we tapped into this 1 minute supply, this supply failed to do its purpose, I'd be interested in longs. Back up. Nice, that's a candle close. So now I would expect price to continue up from this 5 minute demand, 1 minute demand, both the same. Take out this high, and then eventually take out this high, and then possibly all the way up to this side. But like I'd TP here, TP here, TP here. I'm not trying to catch the bottom and the top of the market. I'm just trying to take my money and leave. But let's see. Nice. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So now what have we done? Now we broke structure again. So we have this entire swing point. Where within the swing point are our points of interest? I'd highlight this demand here. We have this origin here, and we have this zone here. But this is all within this big swing point. So I'll just keep it simple for you guys, and I'll just keep up this high demand. Let's see if we put in a retracement. I'm not counting these little pullbacks, especially with this untapped out zone below. We'll check the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, it would be silly to start looking at this as your pullbacks. Look at that, 50% of this demand, and we continue higher, and it's way past easy session now, so I just leave it there. But I hope that clears some questions, and I hope that proves to you that the market literally does the exact same thing on repeat. Like I said, I do live stream my trading every single day, and this is my trading model pretty much. And now I just didn't show confirmations. So if you do want to join, click the link in the bio below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.